Hi students, welcome to Karthik Chemistry channel. Today I want to teach you about plastics. So plastic is a polymer. You all know that plastic is a polymer which is formed by the combination of several low molecular weight compounds. Okay, so polythene, PVC, polystyrene, these all are examples for plastics. You all know that. Okay, so how plastic is defined? Plastics are high molecular weight organic compounds which can be molded into stable shape by the application of heat and pressure. Okay, so plastics are high molecular weight organic compounds. High molecular weight organic compounds which can be formed by the combination of several low molecular weight compounds either by condensation polymerization or addition polymerization. So mainly most of the polymers are organic polymers. These can be converted into stable shapes by the application of heat and pressure. Okay, which can be molded into any suitable shape, any desired shape by the application of heat and pressure. Okay, so plastics can also be defined as, that means basing on intermolecular forces, basing on intermolecular forces, plastics can also be defined as, these are the polymers in which the magnitude of intermolecular forces are in between the forces present in elastomers and fibers. Okay, so elastomers means the forces between the chains are very weak. Fibers means the intermolecular forces between the chains are very strong. So what about plastics? Here the magnitude of intermolecular forces are in between elastomers and fibers. That means not as strong as fibers and not as weak as elastomers. Okay. Then such type of materials, then such type of polymers are called plastics. So plastics are mainly classified as two types: thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. One is thermoplastic, another one is thermosetting plastic. So how thermoplastics are defined? So what are the properties of thermoplastics? So which type of plastics exhibit some thermoplastic characteristics? Okay, so the polymers which soften on heating and stiffen on cooling. So these are the plastics which soften on heating, and stiffen on cooling. Soften and stiffen. Okay, so soften on heating and stiffen on cooling. Thermoplastics can be converted into any shape by molding. That means here the plasticity is reversible. In case of thermoplastics, the plasticity is reversible. That is, these are soften on heating and stiffen on cooling for several times. Okay, there is no change in the chemical composition. During molding operations, there is no change in the chemical composition. Okay, so mainly these are the resins which are formed by addition polymerization, and all linear polymers are examples for thermoplastics. Okay, they have no cross links. So all linear chain polymers, that means basing on chain structure, polymers are mainly classified as three types: linear polymers, branched polymers, and cross-linked polymers. So most of the linear polymers and branched polymers come under the category of thermoplastics. So these are the examples: polythene, polystyrene, PVC. These all are cellulose derivatives. These all are examples for thermoplastics. So what is thermosetting plastic? So these can be just like thermoplastics. These can be softened on heating and stiffen on cooling. But when once set into an article, these cannot be remolded. Okay, these cannot be recyclable. Thermoplastics can be recyclable. Thermosetting plastic cannot be recyclable. Okay, so see here, these are the polymers which on heating undergo chemical change and convert themselves into an infusible and insoluble mass. Okay, so these are the plastics which can be softened on heating and stiffen on cooling, but when once set into an article, these can be converted into an insoluble mass and infusible mass. Infusible and insoluble mass. So that means here they undergo permanent change and thereafter sets into a solid which cannot be remelted. Okay, they undergo permanent change. After that they are converted into solids that cannot be remelted. This is only due to excessive cross linkage between the chains. Okay, so all cross linked polymers are examples for thermosetting plastics, right? So in general the resins which are formed by condensation polymerization are thermosetting plastics. Okay, thermoplastics are formed by mainly addition polymerization and thermosetting plastics are only formed by condensation polymerization. Okay, the best examples are bakelite, phenol formaldehyde resin, urea formaldehyde resin, silicones. These all are examples for thermosetting plastics. So see here, so once again I can explain you the differences between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So thermoplastics are formed by mainly addition polymerization and thermosetting plastics are formed by condensation polymerization only. Okay, thermoplastics may form either by condensation polymerization also. That means thermoplastics are formed by either addition or condensation polymerization, but thermosetting plastics are formed by only condensation polymerization. Okay, so all thermoplastics have linear or branched chain structures, either linear structures or branched chain structures, but thermosetting plastics have only three-dimensional cross-linked structures. Okay, then in thermoplastics the adjacent polymeric chains are held together by weak van der Waals forces. That means in case of thermoplastics, the chains, polymer means the combination of so many chains. Here in case of thermoplastics, all the chains are linked with weak van der Waals forces. Okay, in case of thermosetting plastics, the polymer chains are held together by strong covalent bonds. Okay, so here in thermoplastics the chains are held together by weak van der Waals forces. In case of thermoplastics the chains are held together by strong covalent bonds. Okay, so next difference is these are, that means thermoplastics are soften on heating and stiffen on cooling. So thermosetting plastics once set, that means soften on heating and stiffen on cooling. When once set they do not soften on heating. Okay, next thermoplastics, these can be remolded, reshaped and reused. Okay, these cannot be remolded, reshaped and cannot be reclaimed. Okay, so in case of thermoplastics there is no change in the chemical composition. Okay, there is no change in the chemical composition in case of thermoplastics. There is no change in the chemical composition during molding operations. Here in case of thermosetting plastics, they undergo chemical change to form cross links. Okay, so here these thermoplastics means they can be reclaimed from the waste. Thermosetting plastics cannot be reclaimed from the waste. So if you consider the molding techniques, we have so many molding techniques: compression molding, injection molding, extrusion molding, transfer molding, blow molding, casting. These all are the different molding techniques. I can explain you in the next video. So here in the injection molding technique is used in thermoplastics. In case of thermosetting plastics, transfer molding technique is used. Okay, for preparing articles, injection molding technique is used in case of thermoplastics, and in case of thermosetting plastics mainly transfer molding technique is applicable. Okay, so in case of compounding of plastic, I will explain you in the next class. So in compounding we add some ingredients like plasticizers, fillers, antioxidants, pigments. Okay, these are the ingredients we add in the mechanical mixing of plastic. Okay, in the compounding process we should add some ingredients into it. So in case of thermoplastics mainly we add plasticizers, and in case of thermosetting plastics we add fillers. Okay, these are tough materials, these are brittle materials. Okay, mainly these resins are, that means the thermoplastic resins are soluble in organic solvents. In case of thermosetting plastics they are not easily soluble in organic solvents. Okay, these are the differences between thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So write down the notes: plastics, thermoplastics, thermosetting plastics. Thank you.